This is Urvish Rambia, CEO of Horizon Industrial Parks, a company coming out of the Blackstone stable, the 7th listing from the Blackstone real estate platform in India, 15th overall, including the other 8 listings that we've done in the private equity space. This is Blackstone's industrial and warehousing platform in the country today. Total scale of 61 million square feet spread across 10 key industrial and logistics markets in India today. We are not only India's fastest growing, but also India's largest industrial and warehousing company. We've reached this scale in a record time of just 5 years, starting from 10 million square feet. Today we are at 61 million square feet. That's a 6x growth in the last 5 years. Today we are here to launch our IPO and to attract and to invite the new investors, the public market investors to the company, and to lead the Horizon 2.0 growth mantra. As I said, in the past, we've gone through the Blackstone funds, using the Blackstone parentage, the capabilities. The hard yards in the company have already been put through. The building blocks are already in place. The execution capabilities are here. We built 17 million square feet of grade A institutional, best-in-class industrial and warehousing parks in this country already. The quality of these parks, will be proud to say, could be anywhere in the world. 21 million square feet of leasing done in this 5 years tells you that the execution capabilities through our 200-member high-caliber team is already in place. Why are we here today? As I said, this is the 2,600 crore IPO launch for the company, where we will be inviting the public market investors to participate in this. We are very, very excited to drive the next leg of growth along with the public market investors. We are 29 million square feet built, but there is further development potential of 32 million square feet in this company itself, for which the 2,300 acres, I beg your pardon, acres of land are already in place.
So what are the further expansion plans?
In terms of expanding from here, as I said, why are we so excited for our Horizon 2.0 growth is not only the expansion of our existing operational platform from the 29 million square feet to the 61 million square feet, but also the fact that the industrialization in the country, the rapid consumption boom in the country, the e-commerce trends are only getting more accentuated. So there is an opportunity set here for us to replicate what we've done in the last 5 years, which has grown this company 6-fold from 10 million to 61 million. And with these mega trends of consumption and manufacturing only getting more accentuated, we are very excited to invite the public market investors to our next leg of growth.
Thank you very much for giving India a very new kind of convenience for the big companies. All the best.
Thank you so much for having us here.
For Blackstone in India. આજે અમે અહીંયા Horizon Industrial Parks માટે આવ્યા છે. Thank you for joining us for this press conference. Horizon Industrial Parks is a Blackstone real estate owned platform and is India's largest industrial and logistics infrastructure developer, owner and operator. The portfolio is spread across 45 assets, more than 61 million square feet in area, 10 leading cities. We have 3 core offerings. So one is the fulfillment centers for bulk storages, industrial facilities which support assembly and light manufacturing, and multi-use in-city centers. Horizon has more than 120 big clients from key sectors, and all the sectors that you can think of that actually help in the growth of the economy. So e-commerce, FMCG, auto, EV, renewables, etc. All of them literally gets represented. You know, the best part is Horizon is known to you as Ahmedabad. In fact, અહીંયા અમદાવાદમાં અમારા તો બે ઇન્વેસ્ટમેન્ટ છે. We own a mall here called the Alpha One Mall. એ પણ Blackstone નું mall છે અને અહીંયા Horizon નું પણ facility છે. So if you go towards Baila, right? Where, yeah, that's right. We have a SIG plant over here. So you've seen most of our assets and even from a commercial office perspective at the Gift City, Blackstone no અહીંયા પર office parks chair. So all the places that we as Blackstone have presence in, we have some or the other here in Ahmedabad, and Gujarat is very dear to us. So thank you all for being here. Let me introduce the management team. અહીંયા અમારા વચ્ચે છીએ. We have got Harsh Maheshwari from Blackstone. Harsh is a principal at Blackstone. તમે તો Blackstone ને ઓળખો છો, but India's largest financial investor, more than $50 billion AUM under management since inception. Real estate side ma, we are the largest landlords across office spaces that I told you, retail assets. This is our logistics and industrial warehousing platform. Hospitality हमारे पास hotels भी हैं, data centers and residential. So everything real estate, and we as Blackstone have a share in the pie, or literally own a large portion of the pie. हमारा 15th IPO છે, and this is the 7th IPO for the real estate side. અહીંયા એક ક્વાર્ટર પહેલા હું અહીંયા આવી હતી આ સેમ સ્ટેજમાં. That was for બાગમાને REIT launch હતું અમારું. So every other quarter you see us come over here, but I think Harsh will talk a lot more about Blackstone in a little while. From the companies that is going public, we have with us Urvesh Rambia. Urvesh Bhai is the full-time director and chief executive officer of Horizon Industrial Parks. Kunal Shah is our chief financial officer. Taruna Mahajan, she's the chief marketing officer, and we've got Prapti Zaveri, who's the head of investor relations. Our issue mate amara book running lead managers che JM Financial, Access Capital, IIFL Capital, SBI Capital, Ade 361. From the banker side, Ajay Harshvardhan Shah che, ye Access Capital mate thi agya che.
August, that is Monday to Wednesday next week. Just another detail that added to this IPO is the already completed primary raise of 1650 crores through a private placement in December 2025, prior to the filing of the RHP, from investors like Radhakishan Damani, SBI Life and 360, amongst others.
For joining us today. Like Deepa mentioned, it feels so nice to be back here in just 3 months, right? After a very, very successful Bagmane REIT IPO, which was back in May 2026. Like most of you would already know, Blackstone has been a big believer in India's growth story and has been a pioneer in bringing the institutional capital to India. We were the first one to start the dedicated real asset fund in India, launched India's first REIT in 2019, launched India's first retail REIT in 2023, and taking the same legacy forward, we are launching Horizon Industrial Park, India's first pure-play industrial and logistics IPO, offering investors access to some of the country's best-performing assets, managed by some of the best-in-class team. Horizon Industrial Parks, as a company and in the sector, the logistics sector, is not new for us. Globally, we have been investing in this for more than a decade. And today we own about a billion square feet across various markets, be it Europe, US, Japan. We are present pretty much across geographies. India remains a highly underpenetrated market, with country's total grade A stock just 300 million square feet. If you compare this with Chicago, and which will cover this in more detail, Chicago alone has 1.2 billion square feet of stock. That's the level of underpenetration in India's specs. The sector will benefit massively from domestic economy macro tailwinds, be it the industrialization, quick commerce, e-commerce, or just the overall consumption boom. Horizon and the sector are the obvious beneficiary from these macro tailwinds. We built Horizon grounds up, led by industry-leading management team with end-to-end capabilities in just 6 years. Horizon grew into India's largest industrial and logistics platform with 61 million square feet across 10 key consumption hubs, and is run by, like I mentioned, by best-in-class team. Our both CEO and CFO has been part of the Blackstone ecosystem for now almost 6 to 7 years. The platform has expanded massively over the last 5 years, and since FY24, just one or two facts maybe just for the sake of reiteration. Since FY24, the team at Horizon has delivered 12 million square feet of development and have leased over 16 million square feet in the same period. So that's the kind of scale we are talking about here. And we are launching this IPO in the corporate format and not in the REIT format because of the kind of growth we are going to see here. and we believe this is a sector with a huge potential. That's why we are going to redeploy the cash flows within the company itself and not going to distribute, which is required in the case of need. We are proud to offer investors an opportunity to participate in India's consumption and manufacturing mega trend through Horizon.
ટાઈમ કાઢ્યો અને અહીંયા આવ્યા તમે. એટલે દીપાએ કીધું અને હર્ષે કીધું આ બ્લેકસ્ટોનના સ્ટેબલથી 15મો IPO થશે. બ્લેકસ્ટોન આ નામ બહુ જ જાણીતું છે ઇન્વેસ્ટર ફ્રેટર્નિટીમાં, પ્રેસ ફ્રેટર્નિટીમાં, જનરલી મીડિયા કમ્યુનિટીમાં. 20 વર્ષ થયા બ્લેકસ્ટોને ઇન્ડિયામાં એન્ટર કરે. જે દીપાએ કીધું $50 બિલિયન એટલે કે 4.5 લાખ કરોડ રૂપિયા ઓલરેડી ઇન્વેસ્ટ કરી ચૂક્યું છે બ્લેકસ્ટોન આ કન્ટ્રીમાં. બ્લેકસ્ટોન અગર અલગ કોર્પોરેટ હોતે તો આજે ઇન્ડિયાના મે બી ટોપ 5 કંપનીઝમાં એનું નામ આવતે. આ રિયલ એસ્ટેટના સાઇડથી 7મો IPO છે. બાગમાને તમે જોયું હતું લાસ્ટ ક્વાર્ટર. એની પહેલાં તમે નોલેજ રિલેટી રીટ જોયું હશે, MSC રીટ જોયું હશે, માઇન્ડસ્પેસ રીટ જોયું હશે, એન્ડ આઈ કેન કીપ ગોઈંગ ઓન એન્ડ ઓન. બટ બિટવીન રિયલ એસ્ટેટ અને પ્રાઇવેટ ઇક્વિટી બિઝનેસમાં 15મો IPO થશે બ્લેકસ્ટોનમાં. અને એનો ટ્રેન્ડ તો તમે જોયો હશે કઈ રીતે IPOની પહેલાં અને IPOના પછી પણ બ્લેકસ્ટોન કન્ટિન્યુઝ ટુ ડિલિવર શેરહોલ્ડર એક્વિટી, વેલ્થ ક્રિએશન ફોર ધ જૂના ઇન્વેસ્ટર્સ જે હતા એ તો ખરે જ, પણ ઓલ્સો ફોર ધ ન્યૂ ઇન્વેસ્ટર્સ. તો આ એઝ એ સેડ આઈ વિલ નાઉ જમ્પ ઇન ટુ હોરાઇઝન ઇન્ડસ્ટ્રીયલ પાર્ક. આ કંપની શું છે? આ ઇફેક્ટિવલી તમે અગર જુઓ કે રિયલ એસ્ટેટ બ્લેકસ્ટોન initially start થયું making very high quality commercial offices. 2005-2010માં મેગા ટ્રેન્ડ ચાલુ થયું કે ઇન્ડિયામાં IT સેક્ટરનો વ્યાપાર બહુ ખૂબ જ સ્પીડે વધતો. પછી GCC આવ્યા, જેવી રીતના કે મોર્ગન સ્ટેનલી હતા, ગોલ્ડમેન સેક્સ હતા, એક્સેટ્રા. આ લોકોએ નહીં તો ઓલમોસ્ટ 1 લાખથી 1.5 લાખ લોકો માટે જોબ ક્રિએશન કર્યા. ભાઈ જોબ માટે યુ નીડ ઓફિસ સ્પેસ. અને એ ઓફિસ સ્પેસ જે ક્વોલિટીનું ઓફિસીસ આપણી કન્ટ્રીમાં હતા ત્યારે were not adequate to fulfill that kind of growth. So with Blackstone now global know-how, Blackstone as a country, as a company globally is almost 4 decades old. તો ટેકનોલોજી know-how આવ્યા, કેવી રીતના મોટા કોર્પોરેટ ઓફિસ પાર્ક બનાવીએ, કેવી રીતના એ ચલાવાય. આ આઉટસ્કર્ટ્સ પર છે. તમે બારનાની અમારું પાર્ક જોયું હશે. કેમ કે તમને જોઈએ આ બિઝનેસ રન કરવા માટે એ જગ્યાએ 100 એકર, 150 એકર, 200 એકર જમીન. સો આ ધીસ નીડ ટુ બી ઓન ધ આઉટસ્કર્ટ. બટ આ તો પણ સિટી સેન્ટરથી 45 મિનિટ 1 કલાકના દૂરી પર છે. એના મતલબ કે આ બહુ જ પ્રાઇમ લેન્ડ છે ઇન વેરી ડીપ ઇન્ડસ્ટ્રીયલ વેરહાઉસિંગ માર્કેટ. અમે પૂનામાં છીએ, જેવી કે ચાકન થઈ ગયું, તલેગાંવ થઈ ગયું. અમે ચેન્નઈમાં છીએ, NCRમાં છીએ, મુંબઈમાં છીએ, અમદાવાદમાં છીએ. બરાબર? તો બધા ઇમ્પોર્ટન્ટ માર્કેટ્સમાં છીએ, સ્કેલમાં છીએ. એ સૌથી વધારે ઇમ્પોર્ટન્ટ છે. આ બિઝનેસ રન કરવા માટે તમે સબસ્કેલ ના થઈ શકો, કેમ કે તમારા પાસે કસ્ટમર્સ આવે જ છે કે બીકોઝ દે આર ટાયર્ડ કે આ 20,000-40,000 સ્ક્વેર ફીટના ગોડાઉનો ચલાવવું હવે શક્ય નથી, મને મોટી જગ્યા આપો, 2 લાખ 4 લાખ. તો આ માટે ઇમ્પોર્ટન્ટ છે કે તમારા પાસે સ્કેલ હોવું જોઈએ. વી આર કમિંગ ઇન ધીસ એટ સ્કેલ. 61 મિલિયન સ્ક્વેર ફીટ ટોટલ અમારું બાંધકામ થશે આખું ડેવલપમેન્ટ થઈ ગયા પછી. આજે 29 મિલિયન 29 મિલિયન સ્ક્વેર ફીટ ઓલરેડી અમે બનાવી ચૂક્યા આ કંપનીમાં છેલ્લી 5 વર્ષોમાં જ. અને વેરી હેપી ટુ ટેલ યુ કે 29 મિલિયન સ્ક્વેર ફીટ આજે ખચાખચ ભરેલા છે. 93-94% ઓક્યુપન્સી રેટ છે આજે અમારું આ પાર્ક્સમાં. અને જે મેં કીધું કે 2300 એકરની જમીન ફ્રી હોલ્ડ એક કંપનીમાં હોવી એ આજે સૌથી મોટું પ્લસ પોઈન્ટ છે આ કંપની. શું વેપાર કરીએ છીએ? આ ઓલરેડી ટોલ્ડ યુ કે અમે લાવીએ છીએ બેસ્ટ ઇન ક્લાસ, દુનિયાના કોઈ બી કોર્નરમાં હોઈ શકે જે ક્વોલિટીના પાર્ક્સ અમે લાવીએ છીએ. ધીસ કેન બી જર્મની, જાપાન, ચાઇના. અને જસ્ટ ટુ રિમાઇન્ડ યુ અગેન, બ્લેકસ્ટોન પાસે આ ઇન્ડસ્ટ્રીયલ વેરહાઉસિંગ કારોબારમાં 1 બિલિયન સ્ક્વેર ફીટ આ કંપનીથી 200 ગણા મોટું કારોબાર છે. અને ત્યાંથી શીખીને આવ્યા બેસ્ટ પ્રેક્ટિસીસ ઇફેક્ટિવલી કે કઈ રીતે આ મોટા પાર્ક ચલાવવા જોઈએ, શું સ્પેસિફિકેશન્સ હોવું જોઈએ, કઈ રીતના રોડ્સ, ઇન્ફ્રાસ્ટ્રક્ચર આની અંદર ક્રિએટ કરવો. કેમ કે આ ખાલી રિયલ એસ્ટેટ નથી, આ રિયલ એસ્ટેટ પણ છે ને આ ઇન્ફ્રાસ્ટ્રક્ચર પણ છે. સો વી આર ઇફેક્ટિવલી રાઇડિંગ ધ વેવ ઓફ બોથ boom in the real estate sector and also the infrastructure. I mean, this is Japan and India. And that's why what felt unpopular today is giving fruits and bearing fruits for us today.
one second.
Sorry, may I just start? I think the one additional aspect about it is the whole team. Right? And sorry, Ramesh, for calling you on campus, but the team which has built Horizon ground up, the entire leadership team, the team on ground, they have been there since day one. The entire senior leadership team, whatever was there at the time of inception, 2020, 2021, same team is there today. So that's a big difference from our perspective. Same team doing same kind of stuff, similar relationships they are managing, which helps a lot in the long run.
And secondly, this supply chain decentralization that is taking place in India, which region are you picking up for further expansion?
So today, as I said, we have a lot of work to do in our core markets itself. While supply chains are disintegrating, what it is happening is a lot of the cities which otherwise you didn't see a lot of industrial manufacturing. Like NCR is a prime example. Other than Maruti, which was in Manesar, now they're doubling up, tripling up capacity as they enter Bagroda now. Right? Some of these trends are getting very, very accentuated. Electronics companies entering, we have baby care product companies entering. So as you said correctly, supply chains getting more and more, getting shorter now. People want to build in India for what they want to sell in India. Means that some of these traditional warehousing markets are actually converting into very, very deep industrial hubs. So if you see our park in Farooq Nagar, for example, that park was 100% full with just e-commerce, 3PL, FMCG retail companies at one point in time. In that park today, we almost have 25%. And all of this didn't come easy. Regulation change karawa padya humne. To attract these customers, we had to showcase this infrastructure in real estate to say why you should come. So we had to build ahead of time, which is again a very unglamorous view at that point in time because banav nahi aaya to shoot us. Right? So this all hard yards we put, and when now the industrial trend started to change, in NCR Park today we have 30% industrial customers already gone live. And these are people who are supplying to the best of Japanese OEMs directly from our parks. So when you build at this quality, the trends, and sorry, coming back to your question, कि क्या markets में हमें trend जो है जैसे आप trend हमें जो Hyderabad में, today our Hyderabad parks are full of industrial customers today. The same trend we are witnessing in some of these markets like Bangalore. Patancheru we have, the park is fully leased out today to some of these best-in-class industrial customers. We have two parks in Hyderabad. There's another park very close to the airport in Kothur. That park is today, apart the first lease that we did with an e-commerce company, the rest of the 90% of the leasing is with these deep industrial customers. People making actual aerospace equipment parts at our parks. So as I said, if I get an opportunity to fly you down to Bangalore, Hyderabad, Pune someday, you'll be able to come and witness. Okay, buildings look like these, but what happens inside is completely glamorous. No, most of the buildings are also in the pictures, and these are real pictures. Most of the buildings, if you look from the outside, look exactly the same. Same design, same colors, the same specification, bar meter height, 1.2 meter planes, 5-ton floor loads. So generally what we are trying to do is make our infrastructure and real estate very, very agnostic, very, very fungible. Kale jata, Amazon ne, I don't know to name the people, but say e-commerce giant thi apni jagah lai, ne shoe apne industrial customer ne api shake, I think I'm already kari chukiya chhe. Ek vakat nahi, be vakat nahi, 5 vakat already. If you see the infrastructure, khali ek park mein across India today, it's very templatized. And that's what we did. And the hard yards that we started was to perfect the art of making this. Go to China, go to Germany, be unglamorous, get into the weeds of it, learn it, come back and replicate it. So this is where we've got to today. Most of our infrastructure today is very, very fungible. Coming to your point, do we do build to suit? Absolutely. Dawla is a prime example. This was a complete build to suit park, but on a 25-year lease. 25 years no walking chair from the customer. 5% annual escalators. So you will do that, but you will mitigate your risk fully when you do it.